Midas Touch made this video of MAGA turning on themselves, and it was kind of funny, so I wanted to react to it. Let's dive into it.
As MAGA crashes and burns, MAGA podcasters are publicly turning against Donald Trump and his despicable regime. You also have MAGA podcasters attacking each other. Let me bring you the receipts. A reminder, make sure you subscribe to the Midas Touch YouTube channel. We're on our way to 6 million subscribers. You may think you're subscribed, but you may not be actually subscribed. Double check, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. Now, MAGA podcaster Andy Frisella, one of the biggest MAGA podcasters out there, guy who was MAGA through and through. Here's what he just said about Donald Trump and Trump's regime. Play this clip.
I'm going to say this right now, and I mean this. Okay, Donald Trump, you've lost touch with your fucking base. You've lost touch with reality of what people actually want to see. And the people around you are either not telling you the truth or you're fucking in on it. And if you're not in on it, I would appreciate for you and I to have a discussion so I can inform you about what these people really want. Okay, so this can go on Twitter, and you can have your people call me, and I will get my fucking happy ass on an airplane, and I'll sit down and enjoy a motherfucking Big Mac with you, and we will fucking get real clear about what people actually want, because the motherfuckers around you are either full of shit or you're in on it.
Yeah,
and that's where people believe right now. Okay, and here's the thing.
A lot of people believe that.
Yes, and here's the thing. Okay, I said on last show, you're going to go down as the president who had the opportunity to fix this country and chose not to. And you might say, oh, well, that doesn't really fucking matter. Well, you know what? It's going to matter, because your kids are going to get blackballed in America. Okay. Your legacy is going to be ruined. The Trump name will be a fucking joke. And I know you care about those things.
Yeah.
And you should.
Former MAGA podcaster Candace Owens.
Hey, man, this is an example where he's not really joining our side, but he's recognizing that Donald Trump is an incompetent fool, which he is. And the idea that he's gonna get a big, I don't get the kind of infantilization of like Donald Trump, right? It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a big man, bro. He's not gonna talk to you. You're not a billionaire. He don't like you, little bro. He don't want to talk to you. He only wants to help his billionaire friends. Come on. So, hey man, glad we understand that this guy sucks at his job.
Just went on Piers Morgan, and here's what she had to say about Donald Trump. Let's play this clip.
Are you done with Donald Trump, or could you see a way that you would end up perhaps voting for him? Oh, you can't run again, obviously, but would you support him publicly again?
Okay. So I want to be clear. I don't regret voting for Donald Trump above Kamala. I think he was the better candidate, certainly a better candidate above Joe Biden. But what I will say is that he's been a chronic disappointment. And I feel embarrassed that I told people to go vote for him, because this wasn't going to happen, and it is happening.
Let's be clear. He was not the better candidate. Never was the better candidate. Continue.
But I just think that the picture of politics in America is going to look very differently because of his actions. So I don't know where we go from here. I really don't. But this is not the candidate that I voted for.
And why is that not the candidate you're voting for? Oh, because, you wanted to help the economy. Well, we knew that he was going to fuck it over. You didn't want to get involved in these foreign conflicts. Well, we knew he was going to get involved in foreign conflicts. He said he was going to take over all these countries. You wanted him to stop the wars. We knew that he wasn't going to stop the wars. So everything everybody with common sense knew he wasn't going to do, you turned your blind eye. It was like, red Republican, of course. My daddy. Daddy.
Then you had the former MAGA podcaster, Tim Dillon, who says the Trump regime is over. Trump is a lame duck. Bye-bye, Donald. Watch what MAGA or former MAGA podcaster Tim Dillon has to say. Here, play this clip right here.
Let's look at Trump here. And I do think, unfortunately, this kind of is the end of, I say unfortunately, not because I care, truly, but I say unfortunately because it seems to not be doing anything good for anyone. This is the end of the Trump administration. This is the beginning of the lame duck presidency. It's obvious to everyone, even his most ardent supporters show up to the White House, like Laura Ingraham, she's kind of shocked on what the hell's going on. Now we'll start, 3 years of talking about the ballroom. He will trail off. He will get older. He's adorned the White House in gold. Epstein's going to suck the oxygen out of a lot of this. We're going to talk about that a little later on. Apparently AI, by the way, the only thing I'm sure of about AI, I'm not an expert, is that AI, as soon as we have robots running around this country, they'll all be pedophiles too. There's no one in power that will apparently just not be a pedophile. All these robots will be pedophiles. The 100% will deal with pedophile robots. Our first robot president will be a pedophile. I know that.
Yes, this guy's a political talking voice based. Okay, cool. Yep. All right.
It's the only thing I know. Our first AI robot president will absolutely be a pedophile.
You've got MAGA influencer and MAGA podcaster Christian Cooper, who voted for Donald Trump, explains why she is on a MAGA influencer unfollowing spree. And she's basically saying, if you're still MAGA right now, and she said, I'm someone who voted for Trump, she goes, if you're still on this MAGA bandwagon, there's something wrong with you. Watch what she has to say. Play this clip.
I just went on a MAGA influencer unfollow spree. And let me tell you why. The mental gymnastics required to stand by your man under these conditions truly, in my opinion, is Olympic level. And I have followed some of these people for years, admired their ability to speak out when the opinion was unpopular. But now I'm starting to think, okay, they were countering the system, but not countering the system, which is the reason why many of us voted for this administration in the first place. Here's some of my problems with this administration. The Epstein list, okay? Referring to the Epstein list.
You know, that was kind of a bar countering the system, but not countering the system or whatever. They were never going to counter the system. You know, it did sound good. So I understand, like, generally people who don't know what the fuck is going on, they're going to go like, you know what? This guy's going to drain the swamp, right? That was a big coin term that was used consistently. They're going to drain the swamp or whatever and get out the deep state or whatever. And people want revolutionary change. They want a completely different society. And they thought the billionaire who scammed and hates women is going to do that for some reason. So I understand. It was misguided, but I understand.
As the Epstein hoax, after running your entire campaign on that, is a slap in the face to all of us. Do you think we are stupid? You cannot gaslight me enough into forgetting that this admin said they were going to release the Epstein list. Pam Bondi said it was on her.
She's cooking. I'm glad. See, I respect someone who was maybe MAGA, has a brain. She realized he was lying to you. He was lying to you. I'm glad someone.
Yes, okay. We are still sending billions of dollars overseas to fund foreign wars, denying America's interest, right? We've got some problems here in the mainland. Approving PFA pesticides to.
So, I mean, I'm not anti like intervention if it deserves. Like, we gotta help Ukraine, of course, and obviously Israel's an ally. Of course, they're doing a lot of unhinged shit for a while now, and we really gotta fucking cut that shit out. Israel has been wilding for a while now, but the Ukraine stuff is just, we can't let Russia do what they're doing. So I'm not an anti-intervention, but a lot of MAGA were anti-intervention. They wanted to be isolationist. And Trump said, I want Green, I want to bomb Iran, and I want to keep on the funding Ukraine. Well, not funding Ukraine, funding NATO, or sending things to NATO, or having NATO buy them off them. And then the Ukraine-Russia war is still going on. Israel-Palestine is still going on. Now we're attacking Venezuela. So it's even worse than it was before.
Be sprayed all over our fruit and vegetables. It's not limited to your fruit and vegetables. This is going into our soil. It's going to leak into our water supply. We are going to be drinking it. Forever chemicals are linked to hormone disruption, thyroid dysfunction, cancer. It's an atrocity. When we're talking about making America healthy again, PFA pesticides is crazy. Debt normalization.
Another big thing that they preach with RFK is bullshit. And then you do something like that. Again, another contradiction. She's recognizing the hypocrisy. You love to see it.
And 50-year mortgages, essentially saying your kids will never own anything ever. They will never own that little plot of land, the American dream. They're never going to own their own home. The fact that 90% of Black Friday purchases were made using a buy now, pay later like Klarna, that's also crazy. Surveillance expansion through Palantir. Think China during COVID. Yeah, that sounds extreme, doesn't it? That is how rapidly this administration is advancing AI. They're advancing it so quickly. They had to put out a statement to state governments saying, if you try to put regulations around AI, we're coming for you too. That is how much the federal government wants to advance.
She's absolutely correct. And again, this is something I'm surprised. This is the MAGA hypocrisy that pisses me off. Why do you guys not care about this? Weren't a lot of you guys scared about this kind of type of implementation? The idea of the security state. A lot of you guys are against the idea of the government tapping your phones, right? AI's, the way it's getting pushed is ridiculous, and it just benefits the wealthy. It does not benefit the common man. They try to push this through the big, beautiful bill by making this a federal law. They couldn't. It got taken out. So now he's trying to put an executive order, as she said, where states can't regulate AI. That's insane work. I want to repeat, people. People are committing suicide because of AI. People are creating nude images of little kids because of AI. AI is taking jobs. AI is taking creative, artistic expression from other like artists, creators that create graphics, create stories, create music. AI has a good amount of positive things, but no regulation is going to make it terrible for society. So she's cooking.
AI and data centralization. So freaking scary. And then you can't ask anything about any of this. If you start asking questions, you were never really MAGA. You're not based, right? All this infighting is caused by Candace and Tucker. Y'all, please be so serious. Don't insult our intelligence like that, right? We might like Candace and Tucker, but they're not changing our opinions. They're just saying what a lot of us are thinking.
Now, amongst that like MAGA alpha bro community, you have these people named like Clav and others, and they're just saying, we'll vote Gavin Newsom over JD Vance. And they have like their own bizarre language, like Gavin Moggs JD Vance, and like Gavin is a chat. Is a Giga Chad, and JD Vance is like a beta. I don't know what these people are even saying, but here's a very popular streamer in this MAGA alpha circle named Clav, and here's what he has to say about why he's voting for Gavin Newsom over JD Vance. Here, play this clip.
Yeah, but I mean, like this next election cycle, who's going to win? It's going to be Gavin Newsom against JD Vance because JD Vance is subhuman and Gavin Newsom Moggs.
JD Vance is subhuman?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
He's got a very short total facial width to height ratio. He's obese, very recessed side profile, whereas Newsom is like 6'3" Chad.
So JD's very tall. JD's got to be
well, still,
6'3".
Gavin Newsom obviously mogs him to death.
Then you have all of these MAGA influencers turning.
That's so fucking funny. Gavin Newsom's clearly, he does mog JD Vance, that fat piece of shit. Cooking
against Ben Shapiro. Like here you have Andrew Schultz. Here's what he had to say about Shapiro. Play this clip.
Wait a minute. It's crazy. So wait, is the Daily Wire an American media platform or is it an Israeli media platform? I'm just asking.
This guy's cooking.
I'm just asking. If the rule is, I'm just saying, if the rule is you cannot be critical, because he has no problem being very critical of America, but you can't criticize Israel as a country. That's just another country, unless you're saying, and you're clearly admitting that the Daily Wire is an arm of the Israeli propaganda machine. Is that? Oof. Are you manipulating the religious right in America? Are you manipulating the right-wing conservatives in America and selling them country western movies and putting on your little cowboy hat and fake moving in Nashville so that you could take all their money and then in the process restricting free speech, one of the core tenets of the American identity? Ben.
Oof.
Benjamin. What is happening?
Here's what Steve Bannon had to say about Ben Shapiro. Play this clip.
Shapiro. This is beautiful. Although I'm all for like certain MAGA, we might have to accept them in. Ben Shapiro can go fuck himself. And this is what he deserves. He deserves MAGA turning on him. That's your side. Lay in it.
Is like a cancer, and that cancer spreads. It's a cancer and it metastasizes. He tried to take over Breitbart and I ran him out of there. He tried to take over David Horowitz's, who was his mentor. Don't ask me. Ask the guys associated with David Horowitz what he did there. He tried to take that over. And mark my word, he will make a move on Turning Point because he's always been envious of Charlie Kirk.
Here is what let's take a listen to over. There's Alex Jones. Here's what he has to say about Ben Shapiro. Play this clip.
In fact, it needs to be put to Ben Shapiro, who is definitely in the pocket of Netanyahu. I think he is an intelligence asset. My opinion, how he operates, Levin. I believe they are officially Israeli spies. Okay. And I don't hate Israel in and of itself existing. I do hate people that act like they're Americans and act like they're loyal when everything they do flies in the face of that. And I believe from action and behavior that Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro are actual intelligence operatives, card carrying with Israeli intelligence agencies. I know the cut of their.
Now, here's what Ben.
Oh my God, we're about to hear what Ben Shapiro today, but I want to be very clear. Ben, don't be surprised at anything that these motherfuckers are saying. You know why you can't be surprised, Ben? Because this is who they always have been. They've always spoke like this. They've always talked like this. Ben Shapiro, the only difference is now they're aiming it at you, my boy. Now they're aiming their ire at you. and your Jewish identity. Facts don't care about your feelings unless you want to be a traitor to the United States to acquire more power and getting it in bed with Trump. Even though you knew Trump was a piece of shit because you said so. But hey, you reap what you sow, right, Ben? You reap what you sow.
Shapiro says about them. Here, play this. He calls them extremists. Here, play this clip.
He knew that Nick Fuentes is an evil troll and that building him up is an act of moral imbecility. And that is precisely what Tucker Carlson did. He built Nick Fuentes up. And he ought to take responsibility for that, just as he ought to take responsibility for glazing pornographer and alleged sex trafficker Andrew Tate, or for mainstreaming fake historian and pseudo-Nazi apologist Daryl Cooper as America's best and most honest popular historian. Hosts are indeed responsible for the guests they choose and the questions they ask those guests. Fourth, because we have a duty to truth, we also have a duty to provide you with evidence of the claims that we make. Emotive accusations, conspiracy theories, and just guessing questions, that's lazy and stupid and misleading. None of them are a substitute for truth. None of them are a substitute for evidence. So when Candace Owens says, I don't know, but I know, that is retarded. And we are all more retarded for having heard it.
Oh, now it's retarded, huh? Now it's dumb. Now what they've been doing for fucking years. It's not okay now, huh, Ben? It's not okay now, huh? U.S. is run by podcasters? Fuck yes, they are. The U.S. is cooked. Fucking cooked.
By the way, Ben Shapiro's been losing like 30,000 followers over the past 30 days, and Ben Shapiro's basically like done in the MAGA community. Then you have Megyn Kelly crashing out as she tells the MAGA influencers to go F themselves. This is Megyn Kelly telling MAGA influencers to go F themselves. Here, play this clip right here.
To the hateful people whom I used to call friends, who have been all over the internet trying to shame me and say that no one should ever listen to this program again because I haven't spoken out on the Erica-Candace conflict. I don't have any pearls of wisdom other than go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves. You have no fucking clue what's going on. You don't know what I do behind the
You don't do shit. You don't do shit. You don't do shit behind the scenes. You ain't doing shit behind the scenes. You're a piece of shit. Now you're getting called out by the other pieces of shit that you align yourself with. Now you're crashing out, Megan. Who's surprised? I'm not surprised. She doesn't. The only reason why she's not speaking out is because she doesn't want to offend either of the people's base. She doesn't want to offend Charlie Kirk's base. She doesn't want to offend Candace Owens' base. Because she needs them views. She needs them views. Pelosi and AOC went at it, and Schumer and AOC. Yo, the Dems go at it with each other all the time. This is different. This is different. Alex Jones called Ben Shapiro an Israel agent. Policy disagreements and character assassinations are completely different. Erica seems like character from The Boys. What character from The Boys would Erica be? It is. I know it's hard to conceptualize like the differences of the nuances for things you don't understand, facts, but they're clearly different. Clearly.
scenes. And your world is so myopically online.
That's a stupid
You
take,
fail to
right?
understand there are real humans involved here, and actually being able to touch grass and have relationships with them, which is something I'm doing, could prove to actually benefit all involved. Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't at all, but it's at least got a shot. I'm not sure your Twitter shame game has gotten anything of value done.
Then you have Joe Rogan saying the following about Donald Trump's putting up these like ridiculous plaques on the White House. Here's what he says. Play this clip.
Did you see how I think it was? These days you don't know what has to be confirmed or not, but it looked like on the Kennedy Center they started putting the name Trump on it.
Yeah, he added his name to it.
Yeah, it's crazy. And he took out the Kennedy Rose Garden. And they're like, what? Just take it away. Now it's like a cement fucking
nutty.
plot.
There's nothing nuttier than the plaques underneath the president's
That's insane.
names.
That's insane.
Shane and I were just reading them the other day.
It's
We're
insane.
Like, how is this real?
It doesn't feel real. And you're just like,
how are you allowed to do that? That's the thing. It's
I
like,
think
how is he allowed to write that
in
on
the
those
White
plaques?
House? You can just probably, as president, do what you want in the White House.
Turns out you obviously can,
Yeah.
but nobody ever did it before.
Those are going to get taken down.
No, they'll be up forever.
I don't think so.
They're going to leave it like that forever.
No fucking way.
Yeah, like a museum piece.
It's so crazy.
They should have like.
Nah, Dems are definitely fucking getting rid of all that shit for sure.
The Trump wing. This is what happened when he was president.
Look at this fucking lunatic.
The auto pen photo of Joe Biden.
Oh, Erica for sure is fake. I don't know. I've seen something recently. Oh, should I watch the Abba? I kind of want to watch the Abba and Preach video because I've seen some things about Erica. It just does not look good. Independent is MAGA coded. I don't give a fuck. I've seen some things about Erica recently, and I'm just gonna say she is fake as fuck. The whole idea is that she tried to kind of perceive herself as all pure and never goes out when she's dating, and now her ex-boyfriend before Charlie Kirk runs TPUSA. That's crazy. I'm gonna be honest. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
And the actual written there is crazy.
Crazy.
This is
It should
widely
be
considered the worst president of all. Like, what are you talking about?
It should be like a museum.
Yeah.
It should be the facts of his presidency, what happened during his term. You know, the Iraq War started, and
Yeah.
It should be that.
Of course.
That's it. If that. You know.
And under Reagan, it's like Reagan liked
At
Trump.
least we
And
can
Trump
agree
liked
there.
him too.
Trump was a fan of Reagan. What?
Why is that relevant?
Reagan was a fan of Trump. What?
It's guys,
Nuts.
crazy.
But you can't just let someone just fucking fully swim in it like that.
I know.
So he needs like a right-hand man. You go, sir.
I think they just
I understand the motive.
Well,
Then Rogan mocks Donald Trump for covering up the Epstein files. Let's play this clip right here. Let's play it.
The Epstein files.
I heard there's no files. I heard it's a hoax. And then all of a sudden he's going to release the files. Well, I thought there
Amber Heard is crazy, but I low key understand what you mean.
was no
to be
files.
honest.
Man,
He wants an
Amber
investigation
Heard.
now.
I
Listen.
Like, what is
kinda
going
get
on?
what
They
you
voted
mean.
427.
That'd be
to
crazy.
one.
Who was the one?
Who's the one?
I didn't see why he said, but he did.
National
say what.
security.
Let me pull it
No fucking way you gonna be the
National
one. No,
security.
if you found out all of Congress voted for something, you the only one that didn't. Can you change your vote? You can't be the one, guy.
Current topic: watching MAGA podcasters turn on Trump. We're in trouble as a nation. We are kind of cooked. Let's see how if we can fix our shit.
It should be that it has to be like no one can know what the vote is before you do it.
Bro, I would love to hear his reason. How you the one?
Well, you know, I was feeling like let's move past it and let's get on with our business. And
Bro, you can't move past it.
these billionaires are good people. Okay,
You can't
they're,
move past
they're
it.
good, solid people.
You know, and then because MAGA has, really spread this, this racism and this hate, and they've anointed people like Nick Fuentes, it's now backfiring on them.
When he does dumb shit. Oh, I'm 100% with you. We don't need a king, bro. We're supposed to all check, make sure the government is running wild. A party that's not willing to do that it's pathetic. It's pathetic. I'm be honest, it's pathetic.
As even someone like Fuentes is like, the reason I'm voting for Gavin Newsom is that he's got a white family, and I'm not voting for J.D. Vance because J.D. Vance married an Indian woman. I mean, like, this is what's going on. I don't even want to play this clip. I'll just play a small portion of it because I want to give you insight into what's happening in the MAGA podcast world. Here, play this clip right here.
So this is the image of Gavin Newsom. And we'll zoom in on it so you can get a better look. This is Gavin Newsom.
I don't think you're defending Joe Rogan. You're good. You're good.
Okay. Now, this is who the Republicans want you to think is literally the devil. Okay, this guy is Satan. This guy is evil. This guy is woke. He is a left-wing socialist Muslim. He's a radical Muslim socialist like Barack Obama. But, right off the bat, we could just make some observations. He's white. He's tall. He's handsome. His wife is also white.
Yo, this is politics.
She's tall. She's good looking. His children, 4 of them.
This is politics. I'm going to vote for someone because they're tall, they're handsome, they look this way. I thought we're kind of past identity. Identity politics was supposed to be something of the past, right? Like, we're supposed to be done with identity politics. But Nick Fuentes, oh man, facts. Oh, we started out not really rocking with each other. Well, you've been kind of cooking. We've been agreeing a lot. Nick Fuentes definitely is an idiot.
Are beautiful, and they're all white.
I might have had a wrong opinion about
with
it.
blue eyes and blonde hair, and they're in California. Or maybe this is Hawaii. I don't know. But they're in a beautiful state.
Is this Hawaii? I can't tell from this. It kind of looks fake behind them. It kind of looks like a fake background. I'm not gonna lie. It's not any part of Hawaii I've been
Our
at.
beautiful land. Their beautiful blood and our beautiful land in America. If only there was
Their beautiful blood.
some way to combine those things. Their beautiful genetics, their genes. Weren't Republicans just talking about that? Beautiful genes. Look at these beautiful genes. Look at these beautiful genes on display. And look at our
They
beautiful
love
land.
identity politics.
And look at the beautiful landscape, our beautiful soil. All for us. This beautiful virgin soil separated from the world by 2 oceans that we control, and those beautiful genes that conquered and tamed it.
What the Fuentes is a yapper. But if he's gonna vote for Gavin Newsom because he's white, I guess that's the unfortunate part about it. Like, I don't want the most qualified candidates. I do not want Georgia Electronic when Herschel Walker. Georgia election when Herschel Walker. I mean, from what I've heard, Herschel Walker is a fucking moron. But I haven't looked into it. After his college football career, career, it's been downhill ever since. I'll say most qualified candidates for sure. And it's annoying that we always have to consider the factors like, oh, is it a woman? Oh, are they black? Are they Indian? I was like, bro, do you just know policy and are you a good leader? That's all that should matter. But here we go, I guess.
It's really a sight to behold. This is our enemy, they say.
Now, Dems don't have anyone. I mean, they have potential ones. They don't have like the shining star, but we still got 3 years to determine if there's anybody that'll stand out. Like the Dems, Gavin Newsom is a prolific one. He's making a good name. He's like, he does follow the typical stereotypes: white, handsome, tall, family, all that stuff, right? Whatever. So Gavin Newsom is going to be a good one. Kamala Harris is going to run again. She got the, obviously being vice president, she got that kind of history. But will she run a better presidency campaign than she did last time? We will see. This time she'll have a full couple of years to build a campaign versus like a couple of months. Then we got Pete Buttigieg. A lot of people really like Pete Buttigieg. He's more like moderate compared to like most candidates. Most Dem candidates. A lot of people like his ideas. He does know what he's talking about. He does have good policy. He's been getting his name out through social media and going like on Jubilee and stuff. But he in particular doesn't have the name recognition. Then you got like AOC. AOC, no way, because she's like more left leaning. She's a woman and she's Hispanic. I just don't see it. But AOC is very young. Very popular in terms of name recognition. Well, there are Dem candidates. I guess Mark Kelly. A lot of people are talking about Mark Kelly. He gets the military experience. He's an interesting one, I guess. So there's a lot of names, just no like shining star yet. So we'll have to see if there's one that stands out. I knew we were on the same page. Hey, we got there. Facts. We got there. This will like the last red. Oh yeah, the midterms is going to be a freaking swipe from like the Dems. AOC is young. Like, how old is AOC? How old is AOC age? If she's, she does not look 36. I'm not gonna lie. This woman does not look. She takes care of herself. She does not look 36. She did not look 36 at all. For some reason, I thought she was closer to my age. I would have been like, is she younger than me? I'm embarrassed, to be honest. Not younger than me, but is she like around my age? She's a decent amount older than me. But let's be honest, AOC is a baddie. She just is.
Here's the other image. This is our fearless leader. The entity known as J.D. Vance.
The entity known as
J.D. Hamill.
Pam Body's 59.
Operating system update is now J.D. Vance. This is his family. Now let's make
Jack Schlossberg. That I think I've heard that name before. Jack Schlossberg. Let me see what you're talking about. American political commentator and author. Jack Sloshberg. Has he been on anything compelling? Oh, this is JFK's grandson? Interesting. He's running for Congress. JFK's grandson. I about fell over when I found that out. 59, man. Jack Sloshberg. Interesting.
Let's make some observations here.
And then finally, you have Joe Rogan saying that he doesn't think that Donald Trump has given any evidence that the election was stolen. Here, play this clip.
The problem is when you ask Trump about it, like when I had him on the podcast, I'm like, you think they stole the 2020 election? Like, tell me what's the evidence?
He didn't.
Well, he might not have remembered. He might have just said, tell me what they did.
He might have not remembered. Joe Rogan, come on. Might have not remembered. Like, who is he? Joe Biden? Ha! That was a good joke. That was a great joke. Come on.
And like had somebody work on it, and then they told him, and then he starts talking about it, but he didn't really go in depth about it. I don't know, but he didn't have a satisfactory answer.
No, he didn't.
So that should give you some insight into what is going on in the MAGA podcast world. Let me know what you think and hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million here.
Shout out Midas Touch.